Right now at 5, the police tape is down, but the search is still on to figure out who called in bomb threats that shut down parts of Madison today.
And the state assembly pumps the brakes on a vote that would have gotten rid of the state mask order, but it's not due to a change of heart.
And even without state orders, local ones can stay in place, and Dane County is showing it's taking that one very seriously.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
Right now, it's back to normal, finally, after several hours of a large-scale police presence at 2 sites in Madison. We're told there were bomb threats at 2 7-Eleven convenience stores, one near the Beltline, the other on the UW campus, and that's where things started. A caller telling dispatchers they had placed bombs at the State Street location and could, quote, blow them up at any time. The university and police didn't want to take any chances, so they shut down buildings, cordoned off streets, and brought out bomb-sniffing dogs.
In the end, things seem okay, but the investigation isn't over. Adam Duxter was downtown shortly after the calls came in around lunchtime, and he describes the scene.
Well, for nearly 3 hours, this portion of State Street was blocked off by multiple police agencies as they say a bomb threat was called into a 7-Eleven just down at the bottom of State Street near the intersection of State and Lake. But just prior to 3 p.m. today, police have left and cleared this scene. Police say no bombs were found at either the 7-Eleven on State and Lake or the 7-Eleven on Park Street in Madison, where another threat was also called in. Police also say no one was injured, but there's no word yet on if any arrests were made. As a part of the threat, several UW-Madison buildings were evacuated. Earlier today, I spoke with a UW library employee who was told they had to leave suddenly.
And because we get announcements telling the people who are allowed in the building for their appointments what time they have to leave, and that's a standard thing that tells everyone to leave. But this was not the standard procedure. This was everybody, please leave the building. Please, evacuate.
Now, it's not exactly unknown what the context of these threats were or if they were made by multiple people or just one person. But just shortly before 3 o'clock today, police have cleared this area, opened up those buildings, and reopened this area to through traffic.
All right, Adam, thank you to weather. Pretty calm and chilly Thursday, but get ready for some more snow this weekend. Your first warn forecast, Gary's on the weather patio. Gary?
Yeah, 1-2 punch. First the cold and then the snow. As we take a look at alert days that are in the forecast, they are in the forecast from Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. This is for the potential for perhaps as much as 3 to 6 inches of snow through much of southern Wisconsin, maybe even a little bit heavier amounts down toward the Illinois state line. Most of the accumulating snow from late Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. Otherwise, the forecast shows that the lightest snow will fall in central Wisconsin. Heavier amounts, perhaps up to 8 or 9 inches, are possible across northern Illinois. And again, this is from the storm this weekend. Today we had mostly sunny skies. There were times where we had some clouds drift on through, but the clouds weren't very thick and they didn't have much of an effect on the temperatures. Last night was our coldest night so far this winter. 7 below 0 in Madison, 4 below 0 in Janesville, 1 below 0 in Platteville, but other places like Prairie du Chien stayed right around 0, and Viroqua and La Crosse didn't fall below 0. High temperatures today so far, upper teens to around 20. Madison's made it up to 19, but we'll already dropped back to 17. And by tomorrow morning, I think we'll be down to about 2 degrees above 0, so not quite as cold as last night. Tomorrow should be partly sunny and not as cold with a high of 25. But again, that snow will arrive for the weekend and yet another storm system toward the end of next week. I'll talk about both of those in just a few minutes.
COVID-19 relief legislation and a resolution overturning the mask mandate are both on hold tonight.
Naomi Cole's at the Capitol, where lawmakers have had a busy day. Naomi?
Yeah, and getting busy overturning the statewide public health emergency order earlier this week, the state Senate missed the part where that would cost the state almost $50 million in monthly federal relief for the food stamp program. So instead of voting as planned today, now the Assembly has hit pause on that issue, and the Senate is trying to fix it with an amendment to a different bill. That's the COVID relief legislation. Except that bill, they know Governor Evers will likely veto because Assembly Republicans went against a deal between the governor and the Senate.
We had a deal. We snatched victory out of the jaws of defeat a while ago. And now, because of the actions of both the Assembly and this body, we now are faced with defeat.
Now, if the governor were to veto this legislation, he would be the one killing $49 million.
Here's why. The federal aid is dependent on a state having a public health emergency order in place. That resolution, of course, is trying to overturn the state emergency order, arguing the governor overextended his power. So now today we have a statewide mask mandate hanging by a thread and COVID relief legislation plus federal funding that could be dead in the water.
Naomi, thank you. Today, the state recorded more than 1,800 new COVID cases, along with 24 new COVID deaths. But we are dramatically increasing the number of people getting vaccinated. Yesterday, almost 38,000 people received their vaccination. DHS says that over 432,000 vaccines have been administered. So far, fewer than 2% of people in Wisconsin, or about 83,000 people, have received both of their vaccinations.
Locally, we hit a bit of a vaccine milestone, one that public health wants to celebrate, but also use to remind us there's a long way to go.
We have as many people vaccinated against COVID in Dane County as we've had people who have tested positive. It took a year for approximately 37,600 people to test positive for COVID. In just 1 month, 38,660 Dane County residents have been immunized with at least 1 dose of vaccine.
Health officials say over 7% of the county's population and nearly 10% of people aged 65 and up have received the vaccine so far.
More than 26 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in the United States. That is according to data published today by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. On average, about 1.2 million doses have been distributed since President Biden took office a little over a week ago. Nearly 21.7 million people have now received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. About 4.3 million have been fully vaccinated with both doses.
SSM Health is opening its COVID vaccination site in Janesville today. Right now, the site at Janesville East at Dean Medical Group is vaccinating patients 75 years old and older. And those are by appointment only. Patients eligible to receive the vaccine can schedule an appointment on their MyChart. If you are not signed up for MyChart, a letter will be sent to your home if you are eligible. You can also call the phone line 608-250-1222. Health officials at SSM say they hope to expand the group of people they are vaccinating.
Right now we're trying to have more of a control group, and eventually, we may expand that within SSM, within the Wisconsin region, but right now you just don't know how much supply you're going to get.
And again, the Janesville site only vaccinating those 75 years and older. If you're part of that population you'd like to be vaccinated, call the number right there at the bottom of your screen. And SSM Health also partnering with Edgewood College to vaccinate eligible people there. Edgewood clinical instructors as well as School of Nursing students will be vaccinated. They are a part of the Tier 1A of healthcare workers. A dance recital could cost a Dane County business more than $23,000 in fines.
Public Health Madison and Dane County cited a Leap Above dance studio 119 times for violating mass gathering orders. Brady Mallory tells us why the fees are so much.
Well, each of the 119 counts comes with a $200 penalty and then plus the court costs. Well, here's what happened. According to the complaint, a Leap Above dance in Oregon held a performance of the Nutcracker back in December. 119 people were there and violated Dane County's public health order that prohibits mass gatherings. Assistant City Attorney Marcy Paulson says public health was able to look at photos the business posted on Facebook and count 119 people who were there, some of them just based on the costumes they were wearing. Though Paulson won't get into the specifics of the case, she says other dance studios have questioned the order on mass gatherings.
For the past several months, we have heard, public health and I have heard from various dance studios that have requested that they not be considered a sport. They have been lobbying that they shouldn't be considered a sport. But all along, public health message to everyone that is involved in any kind of dance studio has been it is a sport and it must follow the mass gathering limits.
Paulson says the department called the dance studio, warning it that it could not hold the event. Individuals there don't face penalties. The owner of the dance studio has 20 days to respond to the citations, and then it's up to the court to schedule a pre-trial conference. We contacted a Leap Above Dance for a response, but nobody answered the call. We left a message, and we'll let you know when we get a response.
Brady, thank you. The variant of COVID-19 first discovered in South Africa has now been detected in the U.S. South Carolina health officials say they have 2 cases in their state. A different variant first found in the U.K. has now been detected in at least 28 states, including Wisconsin. The strain is at least 50% more contagious. To protect against the new variants, the CDC is asking all Americans to spend less time at grocery stores and to wear double masks. A record 83,000 Americans lost their lives to COVID-19 in January, and the CDC is warning another 85,000 could die in the next 3 weeks.
President Biden's latest series of executive orders focuses on health care coverage. One order seeks to establish a special enrollment period on healthcare.gov from mid-February to mid-May. It also aims to strengthen Medicaid. Meanwhile, a FEMA official says the agency is finalizing a request to the Defense Department for as many as 10,000 troops to assist in giving vaccines at federally run sites nationwide. And Democrats on Capitol Hill say they could take action on new COVID relief legislation as soon as next week.
If our Republican colleagues decide to oppose this urgent and necessary legislation, we will have to move forward without them.
It would be very disappointing, Madam President, if Democrats decided to shove a partisan bill through Congress without even attempting to work with Republicans.
The White House has signaled it is against splitting up the $1.9 trillion package into smaller measures.
The Department of Labor says another 847,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week for the first time. That number was down from the 914,000 claims the week before. And continued jobless claims, which count workers who have applied for aid at least 2 weeks in a row, also fell slightly to 4.8 million. As for the number of workers who filed for pandemic unemployment assistance, which helps self-employed and gig workers, that was nearly 427,000. UW health officials are reflecting on how health care has changed during the pandemic and what is here to stay. From ramping up its telehealth program to virtual meetings to a heightened awareness of provider and staff safety, UW Health went through many rapid changes at the start of the pandemic. CEO Alan Kaplan says one of those many changes that is here to stay is having employees who are able to work remotely stay home. He learned staff appreciated the flexibility, especially with children being out of school or daycare.
We also learned something else, that our employees like it, that it was efficient, that we would need less commercial real estate in the future, that we can take the money paid for commercial real estate and put that into health care.
He also says telehealth visits will stick around and become more prevalent in the future.
More to come on News 3 Now at 5. The city of Madison has found a new site for its men's shelter. We'll tell you where that will be. And coming up tonight at 6, a requirement for employees at a Rock County-run nursing home to be vaccinated or lose their jobs. Well, that could change tonight. We'll have details next hour on News 3 Now at 6.
During the Friends and Family Sale at Furniture and Appliance Mart, you pay what our friends and family pay on top brand appliances, plus special doorbusters like these while supplies last, and no interest financing for 18 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Keep your family healthy and your home comfortable with help from Menards. DuPont air filters help improve indoor air quality for up to 90 days, and they reduce household allergens. They're available in multiple sizes for only $3.99 each. Knauf Insulation is an affordable solution to help you save up to 15% on your heating costs. A 40-square-foot roll of Kraft paper-faced insulation is only $9.99. Now during Menards Home Improvement Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Hurry to get $7,250 in total savings on a Bill Ford Tough F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
If your bathroom is dull and outdated, then it's time for a change. Give us a call here at Mad City Baths, your trusted local source for high-quality baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in tubs, installed in as little as 1 day. Modern, easy-access designs infused with microban to prevent bacteria, mold, and mildew. And remember, we're Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Mad City, your window and bath partner of the Green Bay Packers. And now you can take advantage of the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest, senior, military, and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with your purchase, and a $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City. Call 608-729-4466. Let me give you that number again, 608-729-4466, madcitybaz.com.
During the Friends and Family Sale at Ashley Home Store, save at least 30% and up to 54% off furniture doorbusters like these. Plus, take a bonus 15% off our sale prices at checkout and interest-free financing for 18 months. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Tonight at 6, the Assembly is delaying a vote on a resolution to overturn the statewide mask mandate, and Madison police are investigating a series of bomb threats involving 7-Eleven stores throughout the city.
COVID vaccines go under the microscope.
What exactly are these mRNA vaccines and how do they work?
News 3 Now gives you the facts.
These are not live virus vaccines.
And puts common misinformation to rest. Tonight at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
It took about 3 extra months, but it seems Madison has found a new home for a men's shelter just about 3 minutes from where the original site was going to be.
Madison's mayor is hopeful this time it actually works out. Jamie Perez shares more about the significance of the new shelter.
So this is the site that City Council will be voting on as the permanent homeless shelter for men. And they say that one of the many things that this pandemic has taught us is the importance of putting a roof over everyone's head.
What will cost the city and county about $2.5 million will provide a priceless resource for those who need it most. Mayor Satya Rose Conway announced the potential new location for the men's shelter today.
It's important for us to have more space, and it's important that it be purpose-built so that we're not, sort of sacrificing functionality by just sort of going along and building in a haphazard manner.
Through combined planning, Madison and Dane County are considering services like laundry and kitchen and possible mental health and employment resources. So this is more than just a shelter. These shelter services have been operating out of temporary facilities since the start of the pandemic. Before that, they were running out of cramped spaces in downtown churches for the past 35 years. So the possibility of having this space secured as a one-stop shop for housing and resources makes Friends of the State Street family president excited for what's to come.
It's great news. I think it's great for the city, great for the individuals first and foremost, and we're very happy about that.
Now, the mayor is hopeful that the city will agree with the need for this so they can get the shelter up and running as soon as possible. For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
The City Council will vote on the decision at their meeting next Tuesday. Let's get a look at our first warn weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Penalty has your forecast. Gary.
Well, Charlotte, last night our temperature went below 0 here in Madison for the first time, but it's kind of interesting. If you look at the temperatures, there was a band of clouds that just kind of stayed right near the Mississippi River. So notice temperatures were not quite as cold there as they were further inland and away from Lake Michigan and then farther to the west. So notice Madison was at 7 below 0, but La Crosse was at 0. Minneapolis was at 9. To the south, it was 13 below 0 in Waterloo, Iowa, and 4 below 0 in Dubuque, Iowa, whereas to the east, Milwaukee only made it down to 9 degrees. So the lake and the clouds had an impact on our low temperatures last night. Expect another very cold night tonight, probably not quite as cold as last night. I'm thinking low temperatures in the lower single digits above 0, and then not as cold tomorrow with high temperatures in the middle 20s. But we still have snow in the forecast, accumulating snow from Saturday afternoon into Sunday morning, and then another round from Thursday into Friday of next week. There could be a little mix of precipitation Thursday afternoon. Let's start out with the alert days that we have in the forecast from late Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. We brought the snow totals up just a tad, so right now we're thinking about 2 to 5 inches or more of accumulation by morning. The lighter amounts up toward the Dells, the heavier amounts down toward the Illinois state line, and maybe an additional 1 to 2 inches Sunday morning. So about 3 to 6 inches across our viewing area, with the heaviest amounts most likely down toward the Illinois state line. So this is kind of the way we have it set up. There could be some 8 or 9 inch amounts across northern Illinois, maybe even heavier amounts from lake snow in the Chicago area into parts of northern Indiana. But farther to the north, only about a 1 to 3 inch swath over a large portion of the upper Midwest. The storm actually just kind of comes together here, so farther out to the west, there's very little in the way of snow accumulation. Then we have that storm that we're looking at in the Thursday, Friday time frame of next week. The European computer model still in pretty much of an agreement that the heaviest snow would fall from Minnesota into northwestern Wisconsin, very similar to what we saw yesterday. It backs off on the snow totals even more across southern Wisconsin, mainly because it has precipitation on Thursday, mostly in the form of rain. I think that's unlikely. It has if the storm really revs up, it would keep the storm west of us and we'd be on the warm side of the storm here, whereas the U.S. GFS computer model has a mix of rain and freezing rain Thursday afternoon changing to snow with lighter snow totals here, still some heavier totals to the west, but not quite as an intense of a storm. Again, this is about 6 to 7 days out, so we're still looking at a storm system toward the end of next week that has a lot of question marks associated with it. Right now, the jet stream is flattened out, but notice how it buckles out to the west as a big storm system heads down the west coast. That's the one that'll come out and affect our area as we head into the weekend. Fortunately, it'll be weakening a bit as it heads in our direction. For tomorrow, partly sunny, not as cold. High temperature at 25 after a low tomorrow morning of 2 degrees. Again, alert days in the forecast from late Saturday into Sunday morning for accumulating snow. Then dry weather Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. And then we have that system Thursday and Friday with the possibility of accumulating snow. Windy and colder on Friday, and by next weekend, temperatures only in the teens for highs. Nighttime low temperatures single digits above and below zero, and wind chills perhaps down to 20 below zero. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, pretty good day on the area roads. I was just looking at the belt line right now, but not seeing any major problems there. Just a little bit of a slowdown on East Washington Avenue through the Isthmus. Otherwise, travel times about normal, 15 minutes either direction on the belt line between University Avenue and I-3990. It's a 26-minute commute from the belt line southward at Janesville on I-3990. To Sauk City on US 12 from Middleton, it'll take you 17 minutes. Downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151, also a 17-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Well, okay, Gary, thank you. And ahead on News 3 Now at 5, tax season is just about here. We'll tell you about a tax credit most taxpayers forget about. That's coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
You know, the most used room in your home is probably your bathroom. So when it comes to updating that space, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs. And listen to this, installed in as little as 1 day. We have over 50,000 satisfied customers.
The installation went really nice, went very quick. They got it done, and they got it done the way they said they were going to. So, you know, who can complain when you get what you pay for?
Call now during our 60-60-60 sale, 60% off installation, 60 months zero interest, senior military and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase, and if you call now, $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466. Let me give you that number again, 608-729-4466, madcitybaths.com.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful 5G network that works without interruption in the places you wouldn't expect. And with every plan at U.S. Cellular, you get access to 5G at no additional charge. So no matter where you are, U.S. Cellular's network always keeps you connected in the places you need it most. At U.S. Cellular, all of our plans include 5G and get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
All right, a quick check of Wall Street. The stocks bounce back. Strong showing in Thursday trading. The Dow closed up 300 points. The Nasdaq adds more than 66.5. The S&P jumped almost 37. A struggling retail chain is at the center of what some people call a David and Goliath struggle between big and small investors. Now, here's what happened. All last year, GameStop was struggling. The stock selling at less than $20 a share. Big Wall Street investors saw an opportunity there, so they started shorting the stock, betting the price would drop. If it did, they would make money, but if it rose, they'd take a loss. That action angered small investors who used the Reddit forum to encourage others to buy, driving up the stock price dramatically and creating massive losses for those big-time Wall Street investors. And yesterday, GameStop stock closed at almost $350 a share.
It is a company that sells products that are widely available online from other sources. It is competing against companies like Amazon. You can see why companies bet against it.
That's not just GameStop. Reddit investors appear already moving on to their next targets, including movie theater chain AMC, which saw its stock surge more than 300% yesterday after the hashtag SaveAMC began trending on Twitter.
It is tax season. The IRS pushed back the start of filing season to February 12th to give them more time to adjust to changes Congress made in the last year, including giving out stimulus checks to Americans. Dan O'Brien from Madison College says a lot of taxpayers forget about the earned income tax credit.
1 in 5 people out there that do qualify for this credit have not taken it in the past. So these are a lot of individuals that are paying more in income taxes than they really have to.
O'Brien also says due to the CARES Act, if you give a cash donation to a charitable organization during the pandemic, they will allow people to deduct $300 per person. And although the tax season doesn't officially start until February 12th, it doesn't appear there will be an extended filing deadline beyond April 15th as there was last year. NASA is paying tribute to those who lost their lives in the pursuit of space exploration. January 28th is NASA's Day of Remembrance. The entire agency is set to commemorate space missions that ended in tragedy. They will honor the crews of Apollo 1, Space Shuttle Columbia, and the Space Shuttle Challenger. Today marks 35 years since the Challenger explosion. In 1986, the Space Shuttle broke apart 73 seconds into flight. 7 crew members were killed.
Hard to believe, 35 years already. Stay with us. Final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
Mad City Baths offers a double lifetime labor warranty on all of our bath and shower designs, with surfaces that remain clean and fresh longer thanks to Microban protection. Check out walk-in and barrier-free showers. Add grab bars, a safety seat, and more. Plus, look at this walk-in tub with relaxing hydrotherapy. And remember, you can count on Mad City Baths to do the job on time and on budget and save you a lot of money during our 60-60-60 sale. For starters, 60% off installation. And look at this, 60 months, 0 interest. Senior, military, and previous customer discounts. And if you call today, last chance in this program, you get a $60 Walmart gift card with purchase and a $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-729-4466. Let me give you that number again, 608-729-4466, madcitybaths.com.
My lips get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Lip Repair. It's all-day moisture in one use and is guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips.
Also available in O'Keefe's Working Hands.
Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands.
Want your brain better? Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva has clinically proven ingredients that fuel 5 indicators of brain performance: memory, focus, accuracy, learning, and concentration. Try our new gummies for 30 days and see the difference.
Who is USAA made for? It's made for this guy, a veteran who honorably served. And it's made for her. She's serving now. We made it for all branches and all ranks, whether they served one tour or made a career of it. We also made USAA for military spouses and their kids. USAA is easy to work with and can save you money on auto, home, and renter's insurance. Become a member today. Call us for a quote. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2021 RAV4 or lease a new 2021 Highlander Hybrid for $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
Let's head to meteorologist Gary Canalti, who has a final check of our forecast. Gary?
Well, Charlotte, it'll be cold tonight and not as cold tomorrow, but we have alert days in the forecast for late Saturday afternoon through Saturday night and Sunday for accumulating snow. Probably looking at about a 3 to 6 inch snowfall at the heaviest amounts down toward the Illinois state line. That's kind of the way we're thinking. Maybe some heavier amounts over southeastern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. Temperatures right now are already in the upper teens. Look for a low temperature of about 2 degrees. Highs tomorrow in the mid-20s. Then that snow Saturday into Sunday. Another storm system toward the end of next week could bring more accumulating snow.
All right, Gary, thank you. The three of us will be back in 30 minutes for News 3 now at 6 with your latest local headlines. CBS Evening News is next.